the male musicians that worked with Billie Holiday, I felt like I had a need to say this because, yesterday we were talking about doing this podcast and we were just like, oh, we don't want to make it sad and stuff like that, because it seems so tragic and this is that. But the male musicians that I saw interviewed that worked with her, these interviews are probably taken in maybe like the 90s, maybe the 80s. So they had gotten older. They were probably in their 70s and stuff like that by then. They said Billie lived her life exactly the way she wanted to. She was not like downtrodden or anything. Like she had these instances with these asshole cops always trying to get her and stuff like that. But she liked her life. Like she dealt with men whenever she wanted to. She dealt with women whenever she wanted to.
Yeah.
And she actually... this is not a plug. Don't go out and get one of these guys. She liked abusive men. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to get one. I was going to say that no matter what you said. I got to go get me some abusive men.
So she... And the musicians were like, they don't know if that's something from her past that she struggled with, that she needed that kind of confrontation and stuff like that. But she wanted the abusive men in her life and never, complained too much about them. She would just tape her ribs up. Anyway, go figure. And then get out there on the stage and start singing.
Yeah. I also heard that she used to fight motherfuckers.
Yes.
She used to throw hands. She wasn't fucking around. Like, I heard a story, somebody, like, put a cigarette out on her fucking coat, and she just fucking fucked them up. Like, that's badass.
That is pretty
Somebody's
badass.
like, she fought like a man. I was like, whoa, shit, bro.
Exactly. But, like,
And that's what one of the musicians was saying something. He was like a little tiny guy. He was like, I think that's maybe why she liked like these big, strong, abusive guys. Because like if she was with me, like what am I gonna do? That's literally what he said. I was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
She probably beat you up, guy. What do you mean? What would she'd beat you up?
Joe guy.
But yeah, so just some terrible guys in her life, guys that would sell her out to the cops, especially if she didn't want to be with them anymore. They run straight to the cops and be like, let's set this bitch up. I hate her. So it's a running theme.
Yo, chill out, Hillary. Yeah, where are we at now? I forgot. I kind of blinked out for a second.
Yeah, so we're here with her getting harassed constantly by... I'm going to call them the NFTs. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll call them the Bitcoins.
Exactly.
Ethereum all day.
By the Bureau of Narcotics, okay? Head up by Anslinger, who hates Billie Holiday and hates blacks, but loves recognition. He's kind of extrinsic, okay? This man, does things just for... clout. So he went so far as to getting a black division in the NFTs. And he went, just kidding, in the Bureau of Narcotics. And they're all in the basement, where the blacks are. And he goes down there and he's like, hey, I hate you. But you know what I hate worse? Billie fucking Holiday. So he's like, you're gonna go get out there and you're gonna hate her too, and we're gonna set her up. So that's what he does.
I just can't take anything serious in that voice. It is such a serious thing that we're talking about. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, so they set her up.
Yes.
Again.
Yeah.
More or less.
And Billie knew that the guy was a cop, but she didn't care because he's probably hot. I feel you, Billie.
And he probably had drugs.
Yeah, right? The kinds that the cops get, the pure ones.
That evidence locker shit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. So, yeah, she goes down, but she's not out, but, she kind of is at the same time because... there comes a point when the drugs stop liking you, the host.
Right.
Okay, the drugs love you when you're young and fresh and free, but you keep abusing them, and they're like, the drugs are basically like, I hate you.
Here's the thing. If you guys don't know from our podcast, basically you can't be a good musician if you don't do heroin. That's the main takeaway from Music Maniacs. Sorry, but yeah, this shit comes up a lot with the heroin. It's always heroin. I feel like cocaine sometimes, but heroin more than anything.
Yeah.
Miles, Jimmy Page.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not cocaine. Like, yeah, I mean, because
cocaine's a different kind of scene.
It is. It's more like a David Lee Roth kind of scene. Like, you know what I mean? And nothing against David. It's still
a party
great.
thing.
But genius is not a word when you talk about David Lee Roth. Unless...
What are you talking about?
Unless you want to talk about the genius of frontmanship. You know, that should probably be a new word.
You don't think he's a genius martial artist?
Definitely not. How
could you?
If fame whore were a word, it's the genius of fame whoredom, because I love DLR.
I can't wait to put a goofy ass picture of him on the screen right now.
I want the jump split with the red and white pants.
We'll make it happen.